do something soon, and I've heard several other players state the same thing, that they're waiting for after Christmas to really decide what they want to do with the game, whether they're going to continue or stop playing. Um, but that's, I think, the big indication right now is waiting to see what's going to happen with that and the next few updates of this game, is whether or not it's going to be a make or break, essentially.
Yeah.
And I mean that's the same with me as well. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. At this current standing, it's it's not necessarily looking good,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's And even with that being said, like, and the downfall is like also taking out again the level rods. I think too was a big thing of it. Like I'm not even max level, right? And I'm already hitting in-game content for the quests. Um it's already getting to that stage where it's just like, there's really not much to do. I'm now just slowly working on a couple of the rods. I'm sitting at 95% complete on the rods. Nope, 96. My bad. 96 complete on all rods.
Yeah. I'm at 84.
And I'm not even max level. Like, how did I intro? Oh, how did I see? And that's another thing. I was at 95, and the newer rods. So that's another thing that's been confusing me. The rods that were never in game prior are now that get released are somehow adding to my percentage. But in reality, that should have lowered my percentage, not upped it, because they weren't a part of that, because they weren't in game at the time. So it should have dropped me down on my percentage, not upped my percentage when they got added.
Yeah.
So I was missing so many rods, let's say 4 or 5 rods, and now essentially it's saying that I'm missing only, like, let's say if I was missing 5 rods, I added the newest rod that got added in. Now it's saying, let's say I'm missing 4 instead of 5, but I was missing 5 prior. So what was the 5th rod? Like, because that rod did not exist.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Am I explaining that clearly?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's how I thought math worked.
Right? So if
I
I was
mean,
sitting
just
at 65% before that rod existed, and once that rod got added in, I should have been sitting at 64%, not, or 94%, not 95.
yeah. Hmm.
But instead, it upped me to 96 instead of 94.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, is what it is. Um, I
And
got.
then
I
once
gotta go fix
getting
my
it,
nose.
then that should have put me back up at 95, not 96.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's weird. That's hella fucking weird.
I could have fixed my stuffed nose. Right
Mm.
back. Okay. Took the opportunity to grab the laptop.
Oh, fun, fun.
I sound like a crackhead for a few minutes while fucking my sinuses drain.
Fun, fun.
Yeah. What do you want? We just grabbing sinus medicine. It wasn't even in the freaking fridge. You... Sometimes I feel like she'll hear me be like she'll realize I'm on the game and then she'll come in here and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to be paying attention to me." I'm like, "Bitch, you was in the other room." No, she just wanted her chin scratched because now she's walking away. Such a entitled little dog. Or maybe not on top, but she's spoiled. I don't mind. I can breathe again.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that right now.
What?
Mm, mm-mm. Cloud's idea or thought was that they should just do away with multipliers altogether since everybody's bitching about it.
Like
For
do
the
away with.
mutation.
Oh, you know,
But then to me, what's the point of having any of the rods then?
well,
Then there would be no difference with any of the rods, just stick with one singular rod and you only get one singular rod at that point.
yeah, kind of. Hey, um, because then, yeah. So, sort of, I sort of could sort of see the idea behind that, but it wouldn't work out. Like
He said
it
make them
wouldn't
all
work.
the same.
No, that wouldn't work either. I mean, sort of. Okay, making the multipliers for each of the mutations the same in on paper sounds like a potential fix, but in reality, it, that's gonna piss everybody off even more because then they're like, oh, well, I've
Yeah.
worked really hard to get this rod for this mutation,
Right,
so
that's like basically
it should
wiping the slate
sell for
completely
more. So if
clean, and it would just be better to give everybody one singular fucking rod, and then nobody could complain about anything because you only have one rod. Like,
yeah,
there would be no, it
and
would
then everything
just,
else is just skins.
right, and everything else is exactly just skins at that point, and it would be,
And
like,
then
the
the
whole
only
game wouldn't
true
be
that
the
would be the
game
only
then.
way. Yeah, I mean, granted, they're like, oh, well, you would still need the mutations from those rods for certain quests. Like, well, yeah, but then when you complete those quests, I mean,
It would, yeah, I mean,
other
honestly, it
than
would
that,
take away from all of it because what would be what would be the point of any of it then at that point?
other than needing those specific mutations for quests, then like that's also another easy fix. Because you could fix it by then and be like, oh, well, then that would be the purpose. Certain, specific baits would give those specific mutations,
Or even
and then
enchants.
yeah, and it's like, So no, taking out the multipliers from them definitely wouldn't work. Making them all the same just would make the bitching even worse, and
Yeah.
also kind of, uh, it'd be like one of the few issues I can understand why people are bitching about. Because I don't. I don't want the mutation from fucking a super easy to get rod to be the same, have the same multiplier as fucking the Oni rod. Like, no, fuck that. So I don't know.
And so that's where, like, I was saying on the fence, like, I get, and that's where I'm, to a degree, on, it's two sides of a coin, right? Whether or not the quest is easier doesn't necessarily bother me as much. Like, that,